out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? Fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Yo, what's going on? What's up? How's everybody doing, man? You already know we had to share it around town. We put it on Discord, put it on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Happy Monday. Let's fix this camera up a little bit. There we go. Point it down just enough so you guys can see my LA Knight shirt. So guys, we are nice transition. Oh wow. Say his name and he appears. I believe in LexxOverse. Huh. Oh, I just saw your text right now. Man, so Pat McAfee is a little disappointed, to say the least, with the reaction that he's received from the community. The community has gone in on Pat McAfee. What up, Woody? LexxOverse. The community has gone in on... Man, I got some hair like bothering the back here. Pat McAfee's a little annoyed with the reception. What up, Luhandro? That pack is probably the worst pack in 2K history. It's one of the worst packs in any gaming release. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. Not only has the community called them out on this since the very, very beginning, but it's hard to put into words without being super, super negative. Because, come on, they've known from the very beginning, guys. Like, not only have we done videos, we've commented, we've shared our opinion. Like, this isn't news. Hold on, I'm tweeting it out right now that we're live. I forgot to tweet it out. But yeah, this isn't news. This isn't anything new. What up, Leak? Why are we surprised? Big Bear Lex? Wow. It's more of a new moves pack than anything, pretty much, and that's the best way to look at it. It would be super funny if that Pat DLC was a prank this whole time. They could spin it around into that, but I think that this was very much a real thing. What if we get indie moves? Yeah, they could slip in some indie moves. They sure can. They sure can. What up, MGM? MVP spoke the truth. He didn't get fired. What truth? This is probably the worst collaborative effort they've ever put in, and there's not a whole lot to really commentate or discuss when it comes to that DLC pack. I know that there's some football players there. Pat McAfee, former kicker. AJ Hawk, former defensive man for the Green Bay Packers. Darius Butler, who was a cornerback, if I'm not mistaken, another defensive player in the NFL. So we got 3 NFL players, and then you got the podcasters that run the show with them. But at the end of the day, there's just not enough substance there for the community to really chew on. All right, so let's talk about with what Ace is bringing up in conversation right now. And I'm going to pause the music. I'm going to cut the crap, and I'm going to deep dive into this debate that's going on right now across the internet. I saw several posts questioning Triple H and management. I saw several people question and agree with MVP. MVP obviously has some sort of disagreement and, a little misfortune, I guess, that they're not using him. And it's really bothered him because he wanted to reunite the Hurt Business. He pitched for the Hurt Business to get back together, and it fell on deaf ears. What I don't get is that you can make a case for how good they were and could have been and should have been, but you cannot make a case and say that this is a person of color racism situation. This is not a racial situation, in my opinion. And that's all I can really say. It's my opinion. This isn't factual. And I know that MVP is the guy working the scene, right? He's the one that's actually there backstage. He's the one in touch with people in production and directing the product. So if there's anyone that you can listen to, is MVP himself. But where you draw the line is ultimately when you see a guy like MVP get so frustrated that now he's bringing up all this extra nonsense, creating this false narrative online. Everyone online that wanted the Hurt Business to return has sided with MVP, therefore making it seem like this current team running the product with Triple H leading the way is somehow racist or not going with the Hurt Business because they don't have any interest in putting a person of color in the main scene. And it baffles me. It baffles me that MVP, out of all people, who's a veteran of this industry, is going to go ahead and comment and reply to people online, voicing his concerns for what could have, should have, would have when it comes to the Hurt Business. Because if you look around, there's a lot of different nationalities in not just production, but leading the way in programming. If you're talking about NXT, I mean, Trick Williams, Javon Evans? Lashes? Scripps? You know, the GTA group. And there's many more in NXT that are coming up. Men and women. And how could we forget the North American champion, Obafemi? And when you look at the main roster, Carmelo Hayes was the first pick. Carmelo Hayes' first match on the main roster, officially under the SmackDown brand, was against Cody Rhodes, in which he put on a very damn good match for it being on SmackDown in the main event. Street Profits haven't done a whole lot. I get that. They lost a little momentum. They've had their setbacks, injuries or whatnot. Bobby Lashley got injured at the peak of his feud with the Final Testament. But come on, guys. Bianca Belair has been the poster child for the women's division even without having a title. I mean, the fact that I'm even addressing this in this manner, I think it's pathetic. And this is just me speaking as a fan from the outside looking in, right? As a spectator. This is just me putting my 2 cents into the coin laundry. Because this washing machine that's going on with the whole internet wrestling community, it just doesn't make any sense. I like Shelton Benjamin. Never cared for Cedric Alexander. I'm sorry. But even he got a second chance now back in NXT. They just recently showed that he signed with NXT. In story. And they're trying to repackage him to actually utilize him. So when I'm looking at the landscape of WWE, when it comes to person of color, and I haven't even addressed Bayley is the women's champion on SmackDown. She's Hispanic. Damian Priest is the world champion on Raw. He's Hispanic. Gunther, King of the Ring winner. He's from Austria. Nia Jax, Queen of the Ring winner. Sure, she's mixed, but that's my point. This isn't anywhere near the WWF of old, where we needed our white knight in shining armor. Booking priority is literally based on the interest of the fans and who they are behind. LA Knight had one prominent match with Bray Wyatt. It was squandered. No one liked that match. But for whatever reason, people believed in LA Knight and they got behind LA Knight and forced WWE to fast track LA Knight and put him in prominent roles. When WWE had the New Day under a different, group of directors, they put the tag titles on them countless times. But my point is that if there was a moment in time where there's a person of color or a Spanish, a Hispanic wrestler of sorts, or any of this mumbo jumbo that you want to talk about nationality wise, if there is hype or there is a reason to push that person to the moon, we have seen, especially in recent memory, that they are more than willing to do that. So to sit here and say with a straight face, what's priority? Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair have been a priority in the women's division, even with no title around their waist. They get the long entrances, they get the pay-per-view matches, they get the press conference treatment, they get the backstage interviews, they get the promos, they get everything. I'm not saying that that MVP doesn't have his reasons. I'm not saying that MVP doesn't have his say in all of this, because he's living it. And he's the one that's being shut down. And it sucks because I like MVP. I like the Hurt Business. They squandered that. And management, for whatever reason they may feel, ultimately came to the conclusion that the ship has sailed. And maybe, just maybe, they have, their minds on the right track. They were building up Bobby Lashley with the Street Profits because, let's be honest, that was a better group. Now, they needed MVP, in my opinion, to have solidified everything. But to sit here with a straight face and create this conversation online that Triple H and the people in charge don't want to push, person of color or of race, of different races, and the priority just because Cody Rhodes is the main guy. I mean, that's just flat out ridiculous. They actually wanted to put The Rock and Roman Reigns in the main event, and they backpedaled because of the uber popularity that Cody Rhodes had going into WrestleMania season. That speaks for itself. They prioritize giving the wrestling fans the wrestler they wanted, instead of going with what they envisioned would be the biggest box office. Yo, Abanoob, 2K16 is alive on this channel because we've been revisiting playing some universe mode. Right now we're having a conversation, kind of podcast style, covering the situation with MVP and Bobby Lashley's contract and all that. You loved how you can throw chairs and steps without targeting opponents in the ring. Oh, like the free will with the weapon mechanics. What up, Lawrence? Peace out, VJ. Have a good day, man. I'll see you later. I want to tell you, I always hesitated. Deleted old WWE games and re-downloaded them, including this game. Then I regret. Yeah. I do that too. We're on the same boat. I delete, reinstall. You got to make space. You can't have the latest good WWE game and the old one all the time. So Bobby Lashley got hurt. Bobby Lashley got sick. Bobby Lashley has been out. his contract is up. A lot of people are panicking and talking crap like if he got fired. He hasn't been fired. He hasn't been future endeavored. If they don't re-sign him is because they agree to part ways. But Bobby Lashley has been booked very strong, and he's done well for himself in this current run that he's been on. Just many people told me to stop playing these old games. I miss old features. Yeah, that's why it's good to always circle back, especially to kind of have a trip down memory lane. Bray was supposed to face Cross? No. Yeah, that was talked about, and Karrion Kross said that in an interview, but it wasn't. It was going to be Bray versus Bobby Lashley. Can we agree that they dropped the ball with Bobby and the group? No, they dropped the ball with the group, like putting them back together post-pandemic, but they didn't drop the ball with Bobby. Dude, Bobby Lashley is one of their biggest superstars, even now. Yeah, when it comes to wrestling games and the gimmicks and the rosters and even some of the stories that you get to go back and replay, there's always good reason to go back to it. A lot of people love 2K19. That's like the one game everybody's obsessing over always, acting like it's the best. So for me, in this entire conversation with the Bobby Lashley Hurt Business stuff, would I have wanted them to get back together? Yes. Would I have wanted to see Bobby Lashley do more with the Street Profits? Yes. But if Bobby Lashley ends up leaving, then he could leave with his head held up high. Am I going to play college football, Lawrence? I streamed college football for 2 hours this morning. You're talking about the System and Hurt Business. System might not even be around next week. Supposedly, I read online that MVP and Shelton and Bobby supposedly that they're maybe thinking about AEW. I would prefer for them to end up in TNA. Honestly, I'm looking to re-download 2K16 again, but I feel like I'll regret. Don't regret it. You could delete and download as many times. Download it, play it for a little bit, and then delete it when you're done. This game has really good arenas. It's a really good roster to have fun with still. I mean, I'm on it right now. Look at the match card that we have set for this Raw is War. The system is being carried by Moose. And I don't see the system lasting very long after dropping all the belts. Who knows? I think Bobby Lashley going to TNA would probably be best because he would be in that upper echelon and a priority when it comes to storylines. Look at Matt Hardy's recent resurgence and the way that TNA has managed to give everyone a storyline and still have room for others to come in and tell their stories. I feel like Bobby would fit right in with the current state of TNA. Now, if you're looking at AEW, I am just so nervous of anyone signing with AEW in 2024 and beyond, just because of the fact that they have such an amazing roster. And as it stands, I don't see them telling thrilling stories all that much. And Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin, at this age, at the current state of of their lives, careers, I feel like it just wouldn't make much sense going to AEW. I think you take TNA's relaxed schedule. the booking there is going to be much, much better, in my opinion. And I would love to see Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin all reunited under the TNA brand. Plus, that'll be a good trade-off. You know, I would love to continue to have Bobby Lashley featured in WWE pay-per-views and all that, because I do really like Bobby Lashley. But it's okay. Going to TNA wouldn't be a bad idea.
Making his way to the ring from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor.
You feel like JBL's drunk commentating? That's funny.
Calling this one's going to be a real treat, Michael, and I know you feel the same way.
Yep, so does King.
Look at Finn Balor, man. Finn Balor has changed so much through the years. Moose drops the system, but why? Why are you associating Moose with Bobby Lashley and them? Like, why? Community Creations is not available. All online features are off. Whatever you have downloaded is what you're going to have. Yeah, you know Lita, that's why he's saying it. Look at Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant looks like he just smelled a little dookie.
Weighing in at 476 pounds, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
I think the WWE Universe senses something big is coming. This guy is
Andre the Giant looks so much better
I
now.
think I just saw his mom booing him from the second row.
It's crazy how much the BDC. What group is BDC? Are you talking about Blackpool Combat Club? Oh, BDC. I don't know who that is. I don't know, Ace. You're on one today, per usual. Oh, Beatdown Clan from Impact. AEW's overrated and overhyped. They have way too many talents and nothing to show for it. I mean, they have the Ring of Honor show, but it's kind of like hidden under a rug. You guys hear the game sound good? Let me know if you want it louder or lower. I played 2K15 on next gen, like Xbox One. I didn't play it on the 360, so I got the bare bones version.
As we watch Finn Balor, let's get your take on him.
When you wait in the ropes, and that may have been the only escape. Here's somebody who's willing to do just about anything to get to the top. I like it. That's the way it should be.
A huge reversal from the Giant.
I hope they do let the Hardys go for the tag titles. That would be amazing.
Attacking from the top.
Well, we don't know if the Pat McAfee pack is coming out this week yet or not. We haven't heard from WWE 2K themselves. Pat McAfee put that out, but I'm going to wait. There's a lot of people commenting, oh, it's not coming out, it's not coming out. We don't know when it's coming out. Pat McAfee said it's not, so we got to see if 2K confirms it and what the game plan is. Everyone else is literally just commenting on what Pat McAfee said, nothing else. It's one source and a lot of people talking about it. No one knows what's going on except for 2K.
It's just as easy as dropping that gigantic elbow across his opponent's chest. That's the beauty of being Andre the Giant.
Oh, how did I miss that drop kick?
Can finish an opponent off.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Well, I don't blame him. Keep the action inside the ring. That's where you're going to win this thing.
Great one-on-one action here tonight.
It doesn't get much better than this.
Of course, they're gonna include new moves in the Pat McAfee pack. That's like not saying anything.
Look at this. There is absolutely no wasted motion in this attack.
Yeah, the only people really calling Triple H racist are the people online, honestly. MVP and no one else has really said that. MVP just really put out there that he went and talked to management and that the current regime doesn't want them and that he's tried switching it up. He's tried getting in there and asking them to let them do something, and they don't.
Did you look before firing? What an idiot.
They're not interested.
Thinking to avoid that. Look at this.
Oh, big elbow. That should do it.
Having come up through the dojos in Japan, Finn Balor brings a certain toughness to him in the ring.
Next DLC pack is terrible. It sure is. It sure is.
Time in Japan for his extensive knowledge in submission wrestling.
Wow, that was a wild strike.
By the way, guys, I'm happy to announce that after testing, I think it was like since like April. Yeah, it was April that we started doing the YouTube shorts. Not only have we successfully grown the channel, we're getting closer and closer to 15K and beyond. I'm going to be streaming so we're going to be streaming vertical, which is the short, long format, and then we're going to be streaming horizontal, which is the traditional format, all on the same channel. I came to the conclusion that streaming on two different channels is just not a good idea, especially for the wrestling content. I even tried adding the community from Twitch when it comes to wrestling, and it just wasn't really worth my time. So we're going to just focus on streaming short format and widescreen format at the same time here. As long as this game is played, I won't regret re-downloading it for the third time. Man, I've re-downloaded it more than 3 times. There's nothing wrong with re-downloading it 20 times.
He's pulling out all the stops tonight.
Oh, you're right, Cole. Finn Balor is a global phenomenon.
Well,
and he looks well on his way.
we are in an era that the online community creates memes and narratives for their pleasure, and they share ideas, and it kind of, you know, it starts trending and people start running with it. So the whole Booker T segment with Triple H, the promo that he cut, even if that's how Triple H felt at that time, even if that's what Triple H wanted to say at that time, which we all know that Triple H wasn't the only one in charge to you know, in terms of forming that promo together. There's other people involved. But even if that's really how he genuinely felt, with the work that he's done in NXT, the work he's done on the main roster, it speaks volumes that he isn't the same Triple H from back then. And it's just people talking out of their ass.
Particularly his basement drop kick in the corner. The way that he floats through the air prior to impact, man, it's a thing of beauty.
Wake up, Jason.
Andre the Giant is in position. What an insane move by Andre the Giant.
2K17 is a downgrade? How is that so?
Looking for all the glory here. 2, 3.
Wow, Andre the Giant. Of course he's going to win. That was a tough match.
I can't believe what we saw in that match.
Doesn't make the actual situation better, but it shouldn't be held against him since it's clear he's matured. I mean, but what's the actual situation, MGM? What is the actual situation?
Let's see what happened during that. I can't believe what we just...
Look, I'm not saying that the Hurt Business can't succeed in modern programming, right? In 2024, 2025, that group can succeed, no doubt about it. But if the writing team, if the production team, if the people producing the show feel like there's just not much substance there that they can squeeze out of it, then why do it just for the sake of doing it? Because a couple thousand people online are saying shit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring.
Just because a couple people that have followers and a couple people start talking about it, get it trending, doesn't mean that it's the reality of things.
This place is deafening. Listen to it.
I don't know, Michael. It's a pickle.
But it's not about they could succeed 100%. Is the fact that if they feel like there's nothing for them, then it's their show. They're the ones writing and producing. There's already a bloodline stable. If you look at the groups that WWE has, they already have everything pretty much covered in terms of groups. Oh yeah, not only that, MGM, you got to also realize that a promo's a promo. Triple H was just mocking Booker T and the Spinneroonie, and as I love Booker T, and I see Booker T like The Rock. Like, to me, he's one of the main eventers. He's a baller. He's amazing. He's phenomenal. But Booker T did have some goofy stuff that he did, whether he was told to do it or he did it to have charisma or whatever. He did goofy things. And Triple H brought that to light. Yes, it was racist, but it's also frowned upon now because of the standard that has been set in this day and age. Because back then, it was just comedy for its time. It just hasn't aged well. You know? And he was just doing his job.
Give us your thoughts about Colin Cassidy.
I don't know what size Colin Cassidy.
I don't know why they put Colin Cassidy versus Enzo Amore, but I'm going with it.
Covers his opponent's entire face.
Definitely looking.
You get me? Like,
in this one-on-one.
have you guys? Let me give you guys an example. Have you guys ever seen the movie Soul Plane with Kevin Hart? It was before Kevin Hart took off. It was before Kevin Hart became the Kevin Hart that everyone knows. I love Kevin Hart in Soul Plane, Scary Movie, and all that. I had seen him before he blew up with the stand-up. I had seen him before he blew up with all the other comedies. But specifically Soul Plane. Have you guys ever seen that movie? It was in the early 2000s that movie came out in. It was, I don't know the year right now. What up, Bishop? How's it going? Soul Plane is built on that humor. Gunner, I'm streaming in short format and widescreen format. If you look at the humor, exactly, yep. But I get where you're going because it's stereotype heavy. So now in 2024. Yeah, it's just different experiences for people that like the vertical or people that like the widescreen. People want to put it on the TV. People want to put it on their tablet, phone, device, whatever device they want to watch it in. It's an experience for them to enjoy however they see fit. So if you look at the humor that was produced in the early 2000s, Soul Plane, Scary Movie, White Chicks, the list goes on and on and on. Adam Sandler has certain movies as well. Ridiculous Six, which came out later, and a lot of people bashed because they're talking about how he was disrespectful to the Native Americans. But my point is that there's always been a sense of Big Mama, exactly. There's always been a sense of stereotypes and the humor that you pull from that. From the ethnicities and the, just the cultural differences, and deep diving into that humor and kind of using what would, be negative outside of that box, but using it in a light where it has a positive impact because it's to make you laugh and to bring joy and entertain. But that was then. It was a style that was very much popular in the early 2000s, and it actually was featured during the 90s and in spoof movies and like the airplane movies, the Naked Gun. Like, racial humor has always been around. It's just always been a thing. But in this day and age, it's worn out because everyone is just too serious and on edge. We are living in a time where things from back then are taken out of context. And I'm not saying that Triple H and Booker T within that segment wasn't racially driven. Yes, Vince McMahon possibly got a kick out of that, or whatever writer came up with the lines and all that, they got a kick out of that. It was humorous during that period in time. Yeah, Ace mentioned Fat Albert, Good Burger. Those movies are not all that stereotyped. Those were just like stupid funny. It was just regular comedies. Not every instance meant that the person writing or creating or producing or doing was racist, is ultimately the point that I'm trying to make here. Back then, I'm 34 years old, guys. I come from that era where I saw plenty of those kinds of movies and shows and skits and all that, and it was hilarious and it made me laugh, but it didn't make me racist at all, ever. And I could see why some people could find it in a way where it was offensive to them. Yeah, you're right, Phenomenal. It wasn't humor to a lot of people. That's them. But you don't got to push your agenda on me. If you don't like that kind of humor, you don't have to watch that kind of humor. And you pick and choose what you want to enjoy. But that doesn't mean that you get to change the narrative and say, oh yeah, this is that, and this is, like, if you're the law. You're not the law. And in 2024, those movies, shows, segments are all ultimately just taken out of context. Because everyone online now speaks from a place of, again, feeling offended and trying to be the sheriff, the judge, jury, and executioner for all people. Getting off of work now? Ooh, what you getting at Duncan? All comedy offensive if you look for it? Oh, for sure. Exactly, Straight Edge.
Environment, that's a good sign.
We are all entitled to our own opinion. We are all entitled to enjoy whatever we want to enjoy. You're not hurting anyone. You're not being a piece of crap. You know what it is. You're not doing any of those negative things, then by all means. But you don't get to tell me, oh yeah, this is racist or this is that, or when it was made, it wasn't made with that intention at all.
His boot is undoubtedly impressive, as is his elbow drop, which seemingly comes from the ceiling. He's so tall.
It's hot as hell, so you're getting a little refresher. Ooh, a little iced coffee or just like a little tea, smoothie. I know they got a lot of options now.
Back in the ring now.
Yeah, let's just see how long they can keep it in the ring.
So the reason why I'm going down memory lane when it comes to entertainment and these these movies that we're talking about, for example, is because I don't know. I don't think anyone here knows. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember what button. Avenue. I'm so sorry. But looking back at Tropic Thunder, which isn't that old, are you going to go ahead and say that Robert Downey Jr. is racist?
Image ribs like that can make it hard to breathe.
Just because in 2024 Tropic Thunder is considered,
You have to look out for those lightning fast feet.
you know, XYZ.
I mean, he's incredibly tough to catch. Colin Cassidy putting it on him right now.
Makes the cut and a kick out.
And that's all that matters. This match continues. There's some more left in Enzo tonight.
American History X, what is the most... I don't know, John. I don't know. I'm not going to entertain that conversation. I really don't care to talk about that, but I'm just saying, bro, I think it's a little goofy to sit here and say that a guy like Triple H, with everything he's done for NXT, the current roster, and all the people. Yeah, look at what you wrote, Phenomenal. I liked American History X, though. Yeah, you get to play favorites, and you get to pick and choose what you like, but it doesn't mean that, you know, you get to tell someone that they're wrong or that they're racist because of they were in this movie or that movie, or, you know, the idiotic takes that you see online nowadays. 2K16 over 2K24. I could see why you would say that. I mean, it was more sim. You couldn't reverse everything. You had to strategize a little bit. The pacing was a little slower. 2K16 is still great to me. I come back and do the 2K16 rewind streams. Because I've had a lot of fun with it. I'm doing this universe mode, and it's been fantastic. The only thing that I gotta say is that I wish we had more cutscenes. Everyone has stereotype in them. I don't know, but that's such a generic statement, bro. Like, that's not saying anything, really. It's like, we're all human beings. We're all people at the end of the day. Like, this sense of tribalism for the sake of this, that, or the other is just foolish. I don't know. I don't know.
Check this out. How you doing is right. Thanks to Colin Cassidy here. This has been one of Big Cassidy's.
Well, I don't know what you mean when all you wrote was everyone has stereotype in them. You're being very generic, you know? You're not saying, you're not specifying or elaborating on what you're saying. You're not really talking a whole lot. I can't know what you're saying if you're not putting it into text. It's not like I'm looking at you or can hear the words as you're typing them.
Did those words really just come out of your mouth, Michael?
Yep.
Do you realize how uncool you just made that statement sound? You better hope Enzo Amore doesn't hear about this.
Bully was... What do you mean, John? Oh, Bully, the movie, yeah. What up, Jalen? How's it going?
You can bet every superstar on the roster is crowded around the monitors in the
So no DLC this week? We have no confirmation yet, man. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. Got to see what's happening. There's no sense of direction at this moment in time. 2K hasn't come forward to really announce anything. What up, Omar? Yeah, straight edge. I mean, I don't think it matters. I just think that if the comedy's good, the movie was funny and it hit, and you enjoyed it, then you enjoyed it. It doesn't matter. It's funny how this game has better gameplay on 2K24. It's definitely up to, you know, what style you like. Jumping from 24 to this made me realize how much slower this one was. in terms of pacing, but I do have a lot more better matches. All right, let me see my moveset real quick because I don't know what his special moves are. All right, so corner and the front, that's the finisher. Let me see the signature. Irish whip rebound. Oh, I could just run up to him.
After that.
Bully. I don't know which movie that is. I don't think I have.
We're in the Steel City tonight. You can bet this crowd is fired up for this match.
Dude, I don't know how to do. I don't think I have stamina to do it, actually.
Oh, wow.
Simulation? Yeah. The matches are definitely better. What else, Simplicity? Where you been, Simplicity? When you have a chance, watch The Long Ball. It's a golf movie on Netflix.
Exactly in the right spot. What accuracy. Back in the ring again. Good.
The Long Ball. Actually, I might have seen the commercial for that. I gotta look up the trailer.
For years, Monday night has been the most exciting night in sports entertainment, and the action we're seeing here is a lot of the reason why.
Bro, what the hell? Why am I not able to do this? Corner, front, setup, grapple. Is it because I'm gassed out? I think it's because I'm gassed out.
These guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got.
Yeah, I got no stamina, man. I'm gassed out right now.
What a match!
WWE made Chavo a golfer? Damn, I didn't know.
Looks like he's pinpointing the
Next DLC is July 24th. Pat McAfee tweeted today that it's not coming out July 24th. So no one knows what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Enzo right now is tripping. Oh, here we go. It was because of my stamina. The DDT, the deadly DDT. It was definitely because of the stamina. I couldn't do it in the corner because of the stamina.
Seems like these guys are letting out a lot of pent-up frustration tonight. Few superstars are as dominant as this guy. Clearly on a mission here.
If you guys are new to the channel and you love wrestling, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be watching Monday Night Raw, reacting and reviewing live as it happens. 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be live again in both vertical and widescreen format.
We're in the Steel City tonight. You can bet this crowd is fired.
Oh my God. It's funny because I have no stamina. And when I finally get the stamina to do my move, he turns around or he gets up. My name is Enzo Amore. Are you going to get those Deadpool and Xbox controllers? I don't even think they're selling them. They usually do like giveaways and shit to promote the movies. But either way, no. I saw that like... Oh, I missed it by a hairline. I saw that they're doing the back part with like, it looks like an ass. So no thank you.
And here's some highlights from the matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report that we have crossed 13,300. We have surpassed our goal. We're at 13,304 subscribers right now.
Well, I don't know how you can pick out highlights from that match. The whole match here.
Enjoying some highlights from this match.
Here's your winner.
Big Cass whooped my ass.
Colin Cassidy.
No way around it. Big Cass whooped my ass.
Love him or hate him, that was an incredible match.
An incredible match and a big, big victory.
Nothing for Enzo Amore to be ashamed of. That was some stiff competition here tonight. The crowd here tonight certainly seemed to appreciate the efforts. What a great match.
All right, so we're at 13,304. So now our next goal, 13,400.
Contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Long Island, New York, weighing in at 287 pounds, Mankind.
This guy
Someone
will
can make a
settle for
custom Billy
nothing
Gunn
short
controller
of
out of that.
victory.
Exactly. What the
Here's a
hell?
guy committed to excellence.
Can't
You
wait for
have to appreciate
Wolverine
that.
and Deadpool. Yeah, man. I'm going to go see that shit. We'll go watch it with the big screen, big speakers. Did I read your question? You said, again, 2K16 chair sound or 2K24? Man, to be honest, I don't even know the difference.
And approaching the ring.
Which one do you like better?
Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at
We got Dolph Ziggler, the TNA World Champ, Dolph Ziggler.
You can feel the intensity level inside the arena rising.
That pay-per-view was awesome, man. Slammiversary was really, really good. I had a blast watching it, too. Slammiversary. Michael, I don't even know what to think. I know that Pat McAfee today tweeted out that the pack is not dropping July 24th. I feel like everyone's talking out of their ass. One could assume that it's because they want to add some more to it because of the complaints. But the fact that 2K hasn't come forward to really announce or correct or promote or do anything in relation to 2K24, it makes me feel like it's better to just stand by and wait versus panic and get our hopes up. And, you know, we can speculate, we can talk about it, but for me, it's not like a make or break. I feel like this DLC is already garbage, and I'm just waiting for the next one anyways. So
You can bet every superstar on the roster is crowded.
I would hope that the delay is to add more to it. Yes, I would hope that. I would hope.
Tell us what you think about Mankind. King, we've used the word deranged to describe.
Oh, man, the white menus in 2K19 are brutal.
Explain just how disturbed this guy really is.
Yeah, you're right. It's more like he's deranged, disturbed, certified.
Brutal, brutal, brutal screens.
Weird, all rolled into one. Let's
My
hear the story
mind.
about Mankind. He's had almost all his teeth knocked out. His best friend is a sock.
The delay is to include the hidden blade. I think that's already there. I doubt that it's to include one move.
On the offensive here.
You hated this attire because the belt looked terrible on him? Why, it clips? You feel like 2K24 has more sound varieties? Well, 2K24 has a lot
Back to what makes up Mankind,
of
whether it's
good
being
going for it.
deranged, certifiable, or whatever it is.
More variety is definitely one
Seems
of
to be
them.
working for him.
And down he goes.
And the turnbuckle does the damage.
Down goes Dolph Ziggler. The reversal from Ziggler.
My God, his body's been through hell, and his ribs have bore the brunt of the attack.
And I hope we can get a doctor out here as a precaution.
I mean, I've broken down the season pass and the DLC packs for you guys of how I feel about it mentally. When you look at the season pass, it came with the most expensive edition of the game, yes. But if you look at the price, the regular basic game goes for $70. The deluxe edition goes for $100. So you get the deluxe content for 30 extra bucks. 30 bucks is how much you end up paying for the DLC pass. There's 5 packs, I believe? 5 packs coming out for 30 bucks. So I think this is a throwaway pack. Plain and simple. We're getting our money's worth because we're getting Pat McAfee, who's cool. He has a dope entrance. I'm sure he's gonna have a cool moveset, and we're gonna get some other moves, and that's just is what it is. The biggest outcry, I think, more than anything, is the fact that we're getting the pack spread out. So you know, we gotta wait a lot. What up, Angel? It's a filler pack, bro. There's just no sugarcoating it. It's trash. It's complete garbage.
Let's face it, he measures professional success by how long his opponents are out of action for after a match. He's a grade A nut job.
ECW pack. Post Malone. Pat McAfee. The World pack with, you know, Jade Cargill. And the WCW pack. 5 packs. $30. Because you bought the deluxe edition or you bought the WrestleMania edition. So for the 30 extra bucks, you got 5 DLC packs, the little bonuses where they unlock everything in the game, and each pack comes out less than $10. It comes out to, you know, such a cheaper price overall that to me it's just like meh. It's just there. It's not much to really commentate over. Tag team pack would have been better.
Oh, look at this.
Dude, they could have added arenas. They could have added attires. They could have added more faction persona cards. They could have added a whole lot of whatever. Do I think the DLC pack is canceled? No.
He's focusing on the face now.
Of course he would want the DLC pack. Who wouldn't want to be a DLC character in the game?
When he jams his fingers down a human being's esophagus with a mandible claw, you can bet serious injury is just around the corner.
Well, I don't care how big, tough, strong, or brave you are. It's difficult to stop a certified lunatic. And that's exactly what an opponent has to deal with when going up against this freak.
Yeah, I would have shoved the second and third pack into one. Exactly. Exactly, MGM. His name is not Pac, though, Angel. It's Pat McAfee.
How much damage did that do? A lot from the looks of it.
Yeah, they do, Kev. They always post a trailer during Raw, so that's what I'm thinking. We'll figure out what the hell's happening later this week. If not, after Raw, 2K will probably tweet something out, letting everyone know what's going on. I would have done the second DLC and the third DLC as one, though. For sure, for sure. No way around it. It would have felt like an overwhelming amount of characters and moves.
After a move like that, he's going to need a chiropractor in his near future.
Oh, out of nowhere. Well, he's got his opponent, and what's he going for here?
What if they put Jordan Grace,
Yeah, you're right about that.
her finisher?
The shoulders are down.
What the hell am I going to do with her finisher?
I guess Dolph Ziggler still has some more showing off to do.
King, in addition to the moves you stated earlier, one thing you definitely don't want to do when you're in the ring with Mankind is get caught in the corner.
Oh, you got that right, Cole. You know what's coming next if you're stuck in the corner. A running knee lift. Ouch. And the WWE Universe appreciates it. People love to see Mankind perform like this.
At this point, you think you'd have that move well scouted. Going for the double play with this move.
Even if you can get back to your feet after a move like that, At this stage of the match, you're still struggling to find your balance.
We're looking at complete domination.
Damn, I missed the super kick.
It seems the focus of this onslaught is directly on the back.
Come on, Ziggles.
Brutal.
Yeah, that back is in bad.
Look at it, and he escapes with a kick out.
There are few superstars more resilient than
Imagine if they had Wyatt 6. That would be dope if they had the tires for them. Yeah, most of them are in the game already.
He's going for it again. Mankind making his statement as we speak. Look at him, Michael.
Bro, people are mentioning Wyatt 6 just because they came out, but I think that's bullshit.
Uh-oh, the camel clutch.
Oh, and I'm going to tell you from experience, Cole, that is one painful maneuver.
I actually tapped out. I hate the submission in this game.
Here's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Angel, yo creo que después de Raw, vamos a ver si sale esta semana o no.
That match was
Hay que
incredible.
esperar a ver qué dice 2K, no la gente del internet. I can't believe I lost that match. That's bullshit. Let me go flip the chicken in the oven real quick. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. He tapped me out. He tapped me out.
Oh, what a spectacular match. You want to talk about incredible, high-impact sports entertainment? Check out what happened during this match.
Here's your winner, Mankind.
Wow, that tap came quick and often.
I strongly suggest Dolph Ziggler go back and watch this match. There's plenty that can be learned from this loss.
Thank you again for joining us tonight as we come to you live from historic Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the home of WWE Hall of Famer Bruno Sammartino.
All right, we're back. We're back. We got Diamond Dallas Page, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Bret the Hitman Hart. What up, Liam? How's it going? It's frozen? It's not frozen, bro. I said I'm gonna go check on the chicken in the kitchen. Y'all just sleepy. What are you making? I already said what I was making when I said I was gonna go check on the chicken, fool. Wake up. Y'all snoozing, man. It's just like you guys are there, but you're not really there. Tap in. Zone in. I also put some potatoes in there. I chopped up some little potato bits. I got leftover rice. And I got leftover beans, but I did make some chopped up potatoes, and I seasoned it with a little garlic, a little coconut oil, just a little drizzle. Then I put a little, I got this Everglades seasoning, and I put it on the, why am I doing this with my hands? But yeah, I just basically cut up some potatoes, seasoned it, put it in the oven, because I cooked the chicken for an hour. I flipped it, and then now I put it back in. So we got a little bit of rice too that I have left over. But Lex, will you buy my my pack? Oh my God. John Ewan Burgers. I heard the Great Khali and someone else was supposed to be in this pack before Pat wanted his friends in with him. I don't think Pat McAfee has that kind of power to just say, hey, I want my friends in the game, and they're going to sell it to us, guys. Come on, man. Add some hot sauce? Nah, I'll definitely have some sauce. Like so I did the chicken with a lime base, meaning I cut up a lime and I put some lime juice. I had it seasoning already with lime. And then at the end, I'm going to definitely add a little drizzle of sauce. I don't eat that shit dry, man. I like my stuff sauced up. We got DDP in the cut. I haven't used DDP in so long. That's bullshit. You know damn well Pat himself pulled strings to get his own DLC.
Superstar just has that look in his eye. And this is one of those times.
Steel City is showing its appreciation for this great match we're about to see here tonight.
You don't want none.
Jose Diaz, hola Colombia, Colombia. Damn, Colombia, man. Perdieron contra Argentina en la Copa América. Bro, who in their right mind online said that Pat McAfee has that kind of pull?
King, we often discuss that strategy is so important in a triple threat match. To emerge victorious, a superstar must be able to seize opportunities.
Is WWE 2k24 going to delay the Pat McAfee pack? I don't know.
The other participant, and then coming in to reap the benefits.
Down into the canvas.
Jose, ahí sí me dejaste botado. No sé de qué estás hablando ahí.
Watch out here.
In your opinions, was 2K23 better and 24? No, 24 is better.
Spine specialist, whatever he's comfortable with. No pun intended, of course.
Yeah, he's not going to be comfortable for a while. Hey, take it from me, Cole. Preparing for a match with Bret Hart is no picnic. There's just no way to game plan for a guy with so many.
How many subscribers? You could check the YouTube channel, Liam. What are you asking me for, Fulio?
Even though the title's not on the line, the champ appears to be battling like.
Here, I'll show you. I'll pull it up on the stream since you want to see it so bad. We're looking at 13,304 at the moment. You could check it out. Keep track of that on the channel.
This is the most important match.
We got a little sleepy Foo Fest.
Is the sign of a winner.
You heard that on Twitter?
Oh, wait, nice reverse.
Well, Pat McAfee tweeted out that it's not coming out, but
That hurt. Good Lord, that wasn't even close.
So that's what it's like being so far.
what
off
makes
the
you
mark.
think Cornell and the 2K team wanted Pat DLC? Bro, WWE is on a global scale. They know that their core audience, though, is based out of the US. They are trying to ultimately build the brand to reach as many people as they possibly humanly can. In order to reach out to casuals and to people outside of the wrestling circle, you drop the Pat McAfee show pack. Pat McAfee, arguably the biggest sports podcast online and on television. By doing that, by partnering with Pat McAfee, not only do you get to sell the season pass bundle to that audience, but you also have Pat McAfee promote himself as a featured player in a fighting game that can potentially add players to buy into it just to use him. Just because the hardcore gamers, the hardcore wrestling fans, the fans that, go online and tweet up a storm are upset because of the pack and its content, that's not to say that there's another group of fans out there that are actually looking forward to and have actually bought into the product thanks to Pat McAfee. Now, I don't know what that number looks like. I don't know the logistics. I don't know the reality. But I am speaking strictly from a fundamental standpoint as to what it takes to reach out to different people that may be interested in jumping into the game. So while Cornell or the next person in the 2K marketing team may not care to have Pat McAfee as DLC, obviously WWE values Pat McAfee to the point where they not only have him at the commentary table, but they allow for their superstars to go promote their product on his podcast and do exclusive interviews. Dude, all right, so why the need to add his little buddies that nobody knows? The fact that you are so simple-minded and you're willing to say that AJ Hawk and Darius Butler are nobodies that nobody knows clearly shows how lost in the sauce you are. AJ Hawk is a former NFL superstar. Darius Butler, another former NFL superstar, or at least star in his own right. The only people that you could probably mention as nobodies are the podcasters that are not known for anything other than the Pat McAfee show, but you're including them because it's Pat McAfee with his buddies. So again, take off the football helmet for once. Take off that narrow-minded ideology that you have. Do I like the Pat McAfee pack? No. Do I love Pat McAfee? Yes. My question is, did Cornell just wake up and decide to do an NFL pack on a wrestling game? Clearly, they've been trying to add Pat McAfee in the game since last year. The only people that thought it was a great idea was Pat himself for WWE. Bro, Pat was part of it because he's a person that's involved in the pack. But that's not to say that he's the one that forced his hand to get put in a DLC pack with his boys and that's the only way that he'd be in the game.
Hey, the shoulder. Oh, what a save. Yeah, that's what I call killing two birds with one stone.
I don't know where you get this idea from, man.
That's not suffering right now.
My favorite wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's not going to hurt is his pajamas.
Bringing it back between the ropes.
And that's a good thing. Well, there's no wiggle room here for Steve Austin.
Diamond Dallas Page gathering attention in a hurry.
That's my point, that he had pull. Oh, man.
So great to be back in the hometown of WWE Hall of Famer.
Your logic just doesn't add up, man. Hey, sometimes I think you lie about your age.
And there's the release. What's going to happen now?
I'm scared to ask.
There's just no way that you're in college, Ace. No way.
Look at the attack here.
Oh, man. Talk about a direct hit.
Figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, man, Cole, let me tell you how bad that hurts. I guess he's done with that move.
Yeah, but what's he going to
Ranchero or K-pop?
Perfectly executed. Will it be enough for the
No
win?
sé de qué me estás hablando ahí, Jose.
He is slowly getting dissected.
Me tienes mareado, no sé.
Oh, man, from the high rep district.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
Look how slow he is to recover here. That was some serious.
Tú dices ranchero o K-pop como el estilo de música.
The Hitman is famous for his superb cardiovascular conditioning, but you can't prepare for this kind of brutality. If you're pulling for Bret Hart here, you just have to hope the Hitman's stamina can last.
You know, Diamond Dallas Page started competing in the ring when he was 35
Who is your favorite
years old.
YouTuber and it can't be
I
you?
know you were winding down
Lex
your careers
Express.
at 35, but his shoulders are down.
I don't have a favorite YouTuber.
Well, it just goes to show you that
This is the
attack
first
can
year
come
they've
from
done this type of
anywhere
pack.
when you're in that
Oh
ring.
my god.
He goes for the quick penitent and he breaks the cover, forcing the referee to stop the count.
You just said this is the first year they do this kind of pack, and now you go ahead and ask something so ridiculous when they've never done that.
There's no way he could have avoided that blow.
Steve Austin needs to turn this around. That might have realigned the spine permanently.
Bret Hart suffering here and could be seriously hurt.
Oh, you're right, Cole. The Hitman's been hit hard, and you can never be too careful.
Nah, yo no oigo ninguna de esa gente, Jose.
That type of offense, it's dangerous.
No sé ni quiénes son, la verdad. Ni oigo ese estilo de música.
These are great competitors. Great.
Look at this hang time. Incredible. He's in full on.
Why do a pack like this now?
Man,
Oh
man,
my
he can take a
god.
wild swing with that one.
You're right. That was wild indeed. Good thing we're over here. Boy, did
Should
he
2K put the White 6 in 2K24? Probably not going to do it. What up, Bennett?
Going for the cover. Wow, there's the save. The match
Good back
continues.
memory. Brings back good memories. Hey, man. That's what's up. Welcome to the channel, Blue Devil.
Anytime you can string offense together like that, it helps confuse and dismantle your opponent.
Welcome to the WWE 2K16 Rewind. Brought to you by Monday Night
You
Raw.
can see the results from that move.
Tonight we're going to be live streaming Monday Night Raw. We're going to be watching Monday Night Raw at 8 p.m. Eastern, reacting and talking about everything going down in real time, reviewing
Great job of turning that around.
and hanging out with the crew. So make sure you guys put your notifications on so you can tune in and come hang out with Lex and the crew. Favorite WWE game? Probably WrestleMania 2000 or No Mercy, something like that.
Turning that around.
Man, Bret Hart, what offense.
The longer this match goes, the more moves like that will add up.
I definitely need to watch you then. I can't watch Raw anymore. Well, we're going to be live, man, talking about it and seeing what's going on. You're on both. That's what's up.
Count. What a battle.
Oh, man. Just when you think this is over,
There it is, the single leg camel clutch.
camels are crying all over the country.
A clubbing blow.
This pack is better than what they did in 2K20. Oh, that's for sure.
Well, man, he's going off here. I don't know if this is by design or if he just lost his mind.
Yeah, I think he's stuck on the repeat button.
The faces of
Players are not going to care in 6 months. Bro, and nobody cares right now.
There he goes again, and again, and again, and again.
Yeah, Lawler and commentary was awesome.
Oh, what a shot.
I see you, Johnny boy.
Some serious damage.
Johnny boy in the cut.
Oh, what a save.
Yeah, that's what I call killing two birds with one stone.
And he fails to connect with anything that time.
Man, that was some miss, all right. I could feel the breeze all the way over here, making it look easy. He wants this battle decided.
Which wrestler do you hate the most? There's no one that I hate the most like that, bro. Honestly.
Superstar. And a devastating combo kick that had to hurt.
Man, what a combo.
2011, 2015. Damn, those aren't even his best years as a commentator to me.
Been all over right there.
Yeah, I've been in similar positions in there. And take it from me, Cole, it doesn't get much closer than that. Oh, that'll give you a headache.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
That'll rearrange your face.
You grew up in that era? Ah, I got you.
Can't get over the physicality of this match. This is
What do you do off camera? I go to sleep upside down, hanging from the roof, with my legs on this pole that I have. It's like a bar. I sleep like a bat.
What do you have to do to keep this guy down?
I'm a vigilante at night. ¿Quién Jose, ya te dije que no sé ni quiénes son esa gente. ¿Qué te pasa, Jose? Despiértate, Jose. Jose's sleeping. Jordan Love holding out for more money and won't practice. That's typically what NFL players do, man. I don't know how good he is, so I don't know what his worth is. Who is your all-time favorite WWE wrestler? Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No love lost between these two. Look at him, Michael.
It's none of your business? No, it's a fair question. I mean, I like going to the movies. I like playing a variety of different games on my other channel.
What a counter that was. Oh, wait.
I like cooking. Exactly, MGM. I'm never going to go against somebody trying to fight for their worth in the NFL above all else because of the kind of contact and dedication that they got to put in for the Gridiron Gang. Pretty crazy. Would it be fair to say if Rey was yours? Hey, man, Rey Mysterio is a fair answer. He's one of the greatest of all time. Do you have a second favorite wrestler? The Rock.
Yeah, the punishment these competitors have taken up to this point.
There's no recovering from that. And this has got to be it. They're still alive.
Yeah, Cole, you remember that song back in the day?
I'm going to watch Blood and Guts. When is Blood and Guts?
WWE terms. There may be no fighting out of this.
Stone Cold Stunner. Steve Austin's done it.
What a stunner. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Hey, the
This
shoulders are
Wednesday?
down. 2.
Maybe.
Man, oh man, did he take a wild swing with that one. You're right.
Austin 1 and 2, love it. Oh yeah, those are my go-tos, man. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I'll probably do a watch party for it. Why not? We haven't done an AEW watch party, and they don't have a pay-per-view for a while. It's gonna be cinema. It's not gonna be cinema because there's no real feud going on there, but it'll be a bloody match. You can't just throw around the word cinema when there's no cinema there. Didn't I do a watch party for MJF? Why didn't I do a watch party for MJF? I went to go see the new Twisters movie in theaters. I had early access to go see it. What's your opinion on AEW? Real opinion? I think AEW is a very, very good alternative. Great place for the wrestlers to go there, make some money, get their names out. And for all the fans that don't like AEW style and they just want to watch just pure wrestling, AEW puts on, you know, some good shows with the talent they have on their roster. My problem with AEW is that I don't really care to watch a 2-hour show with everyone trying to put on a 5-star pro wrestling match. I like stories and I like to be engaged with characters, and yeah, they have a little bit of that, but I just wish they had more of that, and I'd be more inclined to be in tune with everything going on. You know, you make Stone Cold fight with The Rock. Oh man, I've made that match 1,000 and 1,000,001 times. You're having Tiltinos? You're getting CM Punk Larry t-shirt? Nah. I'm good with the... I went all out. I got the CM Punk hoodie. I got the CM Punk shirt. And I got the CM Punk Scully from when he returned. No CM Punk gear for me for a while. What up, Lawrence? I love AEW. Been watching it since Dynamite came on television. I think they didn't go for ex-WWE guys and girls that may be better. No, I don't think that the person being involved with WWE, if anything, it's good because they don't really have like a developmental program, so they've been able to round out the roster by getting people that WWE has created. And you need to get some notable faces for people to be able to, you know, see a familiar face. My thing about AEW is that their format is just like... TNA is the perfect example of a company with a smaller budget, smaller roster, doing a lot more with it. I bring up TNA in this conversation all the time because they are not only on a run right now, but they produce much better content that I enjoy with people that are less famous. Even I enjoy watching TNA a lot more than I do AEW, and again, bro, nothing against having the pro wrestling banger matches, but it wears on you when every match is too long or is like not a predictable but a typical squash match. Is like, it just doesn't have enough story for me. It's a house show with a camera rolling oftentimes. I know Chris Jericho got the Learning Tree story right now, and you know, the Elite, they got a good story. I like the story they've done with them, but I get really critical because I feel like they don't even try sometimes to tell stories. If it's not for like MJF and a few of the guys that want to cut promos and really engage with their character, that it's just, you know, I'm the better wrestler. No, I'm the better competitor. No, I'm the real champion. No, I'm, you know. Damn, Stone Cold won after that.
And here's some highlights from the matchup.
He said you gotta overlook logic, the gap sometimes. Nah, man. They targeted the leg, then it became the shoulder, then come on, no. That match was sloppy, bro. That match had the referee issues, terrible officiating in that match. And the targeting that should have been part of somewhat of what the story was trying to be didn't really amount to anything.
Let's go to the highlights here.
Do you think WWE should have given Matt Sydal a chance back then? He was terrible on the mic. His character was corny. He was great in the ring, though. You did not just say that? Yeah, bro, because I don't get fascinated by watching 1 hour of a guy doing flips and shit. Yeah, the flips are impressive. MJF is great. Will Ospreay's amazing. They went to the crowd. They did this. They did that. But it was supposed to be a title match, regular match, and it was supposed to be no disqualification. They brought in tables. They threw drinks at each other in the crowd. The referee started a 10 count late in the match. He tried doing it early in the match, and he stopped counting for the sake of stopping counting. The announcers didn't even know what the hell was going on. They had to make up some bullshit saying that the officiator, the ref was going to, add some leeway to his officiating because it was a title match and it deserved an ending and it needed to have an ending. It was just all over the place. It was all over the place. There was no real structure to the officiating of the match. And at the end of the day, it was enjoyable. I liked it. I thought it had some solid heart to it. But I'm not going to overreact. And just because it was 1 hour, just because they did some impressive moves and they had some good spots, I was taken out of the moment way too often because of some dumb shit. People praise things like the Cena Michaels match on Raw, Omega Okada, because of the logic gaps are few and far in between. Exactly. Maybe with the officiating and fighting in the crowd, because I rewatched the match itself and it had a lot to give. I never said it didn't have a lot to give. I feel like the match was okay, but it was a waste. It didn't need to be 1 hour for those guys already established name. They could have used half of that time to develop new stars, for sure. And to be honest, every time you thought it was about to end, it just kept going, which killed it. So yeah, and then they had too much no selling. They had too many kickouts. And I get that it was a 250th episode. I get all that. The match was good. It was enjoyable. But that 1 hour marker and that belongs in my mind, in my interpretation of a fan and what I want out of the product. I would want that in a feud that is a rivalry that built towards that. MJF and Ospreay didn't build towards that. It wasn't earned. And that's my biggest issue. WWE, TNA, AEW, I don't care about the brand. That's what you don't get, Ace. That's the part that you don't understand. You need to earn those moments. You need to build towards those moments. You need to have those moments kind of blossom organically, not forced and say, fuck it. Today we're going for an hour because it's episode 250 and we're putting this title on the line and we're going to make this title the opening, match, like main event level match. No, to me, it's like you could have a random surprise and have something like that happen every so often. But again, this is the AEW is a repeating offender when it comes to this. It's always the same shit over and over and over with the way they do their booking. It also doesn't help for me that this whole Ospreay refusing to use the Tiger Driver story makes no sense. The guy he keeps talking about almost injuring for life was back in the ring 3 weeks later. Exactly. Even Jim Cornette, of all people, praised the match. Yeah, I would praise the match if you would be bashing the match, but you're overly hyping it and you're acting like it's one of the greatest matches ever. So I'm bringing it down to reality. See, it's a conversation piece. There's no reason for me to praise on your praise and just say, hey, yeah, it was a good match, thumbs up, and end the conversation. I'm giving you my full review and my full analysis on the match. I'm not just sitting here hating on the match because it wasn't done in WWE. I don't care about that. Plus, I also feel like once MJF came back, to be honest, he hasn't done anything to keep it real. AEW is about to struggle. Nah, you can't just say that AEW is about to struggle. They're just going to keep hitting the markers they're hitting, and they're going to keep building their brand for the fans that like what they do. My whole thing about this is that MJF turned heel all of a sudden from 1 week to the next. MJF all of a sudden is doing, his old gimmick again. There's just so much, man, that they could have done for Will Ospreay versus MJF that it should have been at All In. It should have been a 1 hour match at the pay-per-view, and they had the opportunity and they blew it. I have a question. When Lex Luger had his call to action campaign, what exactly was the call to action campaign? What do you mean, David? Are you talking about the bus? The bus that he went around the U.S. the LexxExpress bus when he went out around promoting to campaign for his title. He wanted to fight for the title. Not his title, but to have a title opportunity. Personally, I just judge matches based on whatever I feel. Whether it's seen as the greatest match of all time or an absolute dud means nothing to me. Thank you, MGM. Thank you. But in this case, you know, we're having a conversation, and in order to have a back and forth, I need to counter the argument if it needs to be countered. You got what I'm saying? For me, I went into it with the hype that Ace put on. And I know that he exaggerates a lot. But while I was watching the match, I was just confused because I wasn't really feeling the moment like that. It wasn't earned to me, bro. It doesn't have to be a 5-star Oscar award-winning storyline. That's not even what I wanted that to be. I just feel like something that's 1 hour long. Dude, they didn't even have a promo package to open up the show or a promo package before their match. Like the show started and they just came out and they fought for 1 hour. What the hell? Well, they never really sold shows except for the overhyped ones and pay-per-views mostly. They've never made most of their revenue from shows. Their revenue comes from the TV deal and merch.
Will be unlike anything we've seen in quite some time.
You know, my talking point. Let me pause this match real quick. We'll get into this match right now. I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose here. This is my talking point at the end of the day. When you're going to go ahead and say this is the greatest match on Dynamite, you're going to say this is one of the greatest matches of all time, greatest matches of the year, and all this. Thank you, Liam. You could give it whatever title you want. It's not gonna push me in any direction. But my expectation for this match going into it was, all right, maybe I missed something, right? Maybe there is a story here and I just haven't kept up with the product enough to know what the hell's going on. I tuned into that match with a clear head, only knowing what Ace said. That's it. So when I watched and listened, the commentary was trying to piece together a story, because that's what the commentating is for, to tell a story as it's happening. They chuckled and seemed so unorganized as to the direction of the story. They said, oh, MJF, you know, he's back to being the scumbag. He's back to being this, that, or the other. And I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like, oh, yeah, he's back to doing this and that because, you know, when he trusted and became vulnerable with the people and Adam Cole turned his back on him. And when he defended his title against Samoa Joe, people were cheering for Samoa Joe. And that really bothered MJF. That really hurt MJF. I don't know if that's exactly how he put it, but yes, MJF was using that, Adam Cole and the people cheering for Samoa Joe's victory, as fuel to ultimately turn. And ultimately going back to being the bad guy, being the ass one. He wanted to prove a point, and that's why he took out Daniel Garcia last week. And that's why he's going to whoop on Will Ospreay. That's why he's out here right now to ensure that he doesn't get taken advantage anymore. And then Will Ospreay is just bringing honor to the title. Will Ospreay is just proving himself. Will Ospreay is trying to, you know, retain and all this other crap. There was no real, genuine story there. Will Ospreay proving that he's one of the best in the world. He does all these flips. Wow, oh my God, great. But again, it's like watching an action scene in a movie that didn't build towards the action scene. Forget about wrestling and let's talk about movies. You guys know that I like using that as an analogy because using movies as an analogy for story elements it goes hand in hand in my opinion. So when I'm watching this match, I'm like, how are we already doing these significant moves? Like, we didn't even get to that. You know, bringing out the table, going into the crowd, you know, then throwing the drinks at fans and back at Will Ospreay. It was fun, but then the announcers, instead of just flat out going and saying, "Oh, this is a no disqualification," or this is an anything goes match. No. They doubled down. They literally said, "Oh, I'm wondering the officiating here is adding a little leeway because ultimately we got to see a winner here. We need a clear-cut decision as to who's the champion." The referee started the 10 count and he stopped. They spent all that time outside the ring, and then MJF comes back ringside and he rolled in the ring to then come back out, so they restart the count. Why are you rolling in the ring for them to restart the 10 count if they weren't even counting in the first place because you were fighting in the crowd? Again, then that, like, these things that I'm bringing up, I remember like it was yesterday. Like if I just watched the match because it took me out of the moment. So then again, nice spots. I love the back and forth. Some good reversals. Some good aerodynamic moves. Will Ospreay, special. MJF, special. They did what they set out to do, which was put on a banger. No doubt about it. It was fun for what it was within those parameters. But for me, I just didn't feel overly hyped. Part of the reason, yes, I had already gotten the results spoiled. Wait, did I know that MJF won that match? I don't even remember if I knew if MJF won that match. I don't remember if I knew if MJF won that. But point is, I got the match semi-spoiled based on like it was supposed to be 1 hour and all this shit. I did get MJF spoiled actually. So like going into it, I've watched wrestling matches for WWE, like pay-per-views the next day that I've missed, or big matches and big moments that I've missed, and I've watched it the next day and it's given me goosebumps, it's given me teary eyes. This just didn't hit those markers for me, because for me to feel emotionally attached to these characters, I just can't see a 1 hour wrestling match for the sake of watching a 1 hour wrestling match because the title's on the line. That doesn't really add a lot of significance to me, especially in AEW when there's a gazillion titles and there's always titles being brought onto the show. I mean, Chris Jericho is the FTW champion. What up, Anthony? If you could meet anyone in the world, even people who would you meet? Michael Jackson and probably The Rock. Lex, what I meant when I mentioned Luger, his call action campaign never went anywhere, even though it was being built up for weeks. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I get you. Yeah, it didn't really go nowhere. He didn't really. Birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Anthony. Went to see the Yankees lose and slept the rest of the day. Damn, bro. That sucks. What up, Marco? All right, maybe not one of the greatest matches of all time, but when I'm talking TV matches like Dynamite specifically, it's my top 3 or 4. That's your opinion, Ace. To me, it's not even top 5. I wouldn't even put it up there with MJF versus Punk 1. Me neither. Either Danielson or Hangman. Me either. Or the Omega match with Bryan Danielson either. Or Kenny Omega and Moxley. Or the matches that Chris Jericho had with MJF. Funny how people called out the ref intentionally stalling out the count for Jay White versus Billy Gunn, but when it's Mr. 5-star Will Ospreay, that doesn't get mentioned anywhere. Exactly. Thank you, MGM. Voice of reason here today. Would have made more sense if it was an Iron Man match, though. Yeah. I see what you're saying, and you're not the only one. There's guys I watch like Maggie who said the same thing about saying the same match for 5 years. So my whole thing is this, guys. Now I'll pause the music because we're going to get back into the gameplay. But here's my whole thing about all of this. If we're going to have a 1 hour match, if we're going to have a title match and have it mean something, if we're truly going to put these characters and these wrestlers, performers on the spot to open up a great show, why not do that on a pay-per-view? You want to do it on free TV? Fine. You don't want to do it on a pay-per-view because you want to put on a banger show? Go for it. But build towards it. You know how much emotion would have gone into this match had there been an actual promo package at the start of it? It's not holding your hand. It's recapping and adding fuel to the fire for when the match starts, you see everything that went on for the whatever amount of time, 4 or 5 episodes, 2 episodes, 3 episodes. But no, it was just a backstage interview and a random title match because it was AEW 250 Dynamite. Yeah, random title matches happen. And I know they're not usually an hour, so they're kind of setting the tone and setting the bar. But the problem is that AEW does this too often, where they have these long-ass matches where they no-sell, they do all these flips, they do all these tricks, they do all these reversals, and it loses value to me as a freaking viewer. You could be like, oh, Lex, but you watch 10,000 superhero movies. Yes, but there's a story with different characters, and they try to pull out your emotion with different variations. And I know that there's different variations in AEW, but there's just no actual story there. And if there's no actual story, let it be a surprise. Not just because it's MJF and Will Ospreay and the title's on the line. You need to ultimately earn these things, because if I'm watching a 1 hour and a half or 2 hour movie and it's just explosion after explosion after explosion after explosion, I'm going to be like, what the hell? Like even John Wick, that is death after death after death after death. That's the whole movie for John Wick. But there's little breathers in between, little sprinkles of story. Or when John Wick gets into that next fight scene, you're on the edge of your seat because you know what's at stake here. It's not just his life. It's not just the championship title on the line. It's not just I'm better than you. When I watch pro wrestling, I'm watching cinema. I'm watching a story unfold in the ring and outside the ring. If we're in the ring, then we build towards something. Disqualification, unfinished business, where you get to that point. Putting yourself, going through a table, going into the crowd for the fuck of it, that's house show material. I've seen dark matches in AEW. I've seen dark matches at WWE. I've gone to house shows for WWE. They put on banger matches. But I'm there live. I paid to see that live because I see it on TV all the time. So I'm there live. I want to see a billion matches. But when I'm watching at home, for you to draw me in and suck me into the TV, I gotta feel something, dog, in my veins. If I'm watching the match and I'm there nitpicking at the commentary and I'm like, oh, wow, nice flip. Oh, wow, great spot. Oh, that was really cool. That was really clever. And then I hear the commentator say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this and that. And then I see the same, another flip, another no-sell, another reversal. We're at the 30 to 40 minute marker. I'm like, you start losing me. I like Will Ospreay. I like MJF. Dare I say, they're my favorite outside of WWE. But you gotta build that. MJF versus Speedball Mike Bailey? That was earned. That was... And did you hear me complain about TNA using old Errol Hebner to bring in the WWE storyline, taking a page out of WWE's book? I didn't complain. Why? It was earned. It wasn't just because they were in Canada. It's because this storyline called for it. There was a real rivalry that had been established episode after episode, promo after promo for like a month or more, or however long it was. It felt earned. When Bayley won, yeah, I'm not a fan of his like I am of like Jey Uso or Damian Priest or any of these guys. So it's not like I got teary-eyed and I'm like, yeah, Bayley won. But I genuinely felt joy and excitement, and I was on the edge of my seat for the sake of the story. The fact that MJF and Will Ospreay this past week had a 1-hour match. And I'm looking at the camera right at you, Ace, and whoever thinks that I'm bullshit. The same week that that Will Ospreay and MJF had that amazing match and the title changed hands, I'm going to sit here and tell you that I preferred the Mustafa Ali and Mike Bailey match, despite being more of a fan of MJF and Will Ospreay. Why? It had no cells. It had flips. It had, chaos and madness, interferences, chairs, cheap shots. It had everything. But it was earned. What can AEW do better? Don't copy WWE. Look at TNA as an example. I will never, ever compare WWE to AEW. No need. I do that for the sake of debate and argument because of people like Ace that likes to bring up that conversation. But AEW is more comparable to TNA, and TNA is beating them in storytelling and development. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Honestly, take it with a grain of salt.
No one's backing down here. What an impasse.
Man, Michael, this is a standstill of epic proportion. No one wants to give an inch.
He's simply reminding him that he's here. It's come down to a battle of attrition right now.
Yeah, it can really go either way at this point.
Am I saying that AEW should follow the blueprint of TNA? Yeah.
Let's quickly get your opinion on
More promos, more story, smaller venues with sold-out crowds that are passionate and want to be there and are not spread out.
And Rollins with the reversal.
Yeah. TNA is doing it right. In my opinion, TNA is doing it perfectly right.
Looking good so far.
And look at the crossover between TNA and NXT. Much more meaningful than the crossovers that AEW has done with everyone. Hello, little girl.
And his corkscrew elbow. Nobody home there.
Nobody home? Cole, that looked like the house has been empty for months.
Bully? If anything, you're the bully. You're calling me a little boy.
Dean Ambrose is in trouble here, but you still have to be careful.
You came in here looking for war. What did you expect? That I wasn't going to reply? Welcome to the channel, Squatty Squad.
Put the well-being of your vertebrae and your career in jeopardy.
Yeah, you could be
So what happened this Saturday with Collision? They're going to start doing it at the same place? Please take it back. Fine, I take it back. But you got to take it back too. Even if they don't hire writers, straight edge, they need to have the commitment to wanting to tell stories. You'll subscribe now. Let's go! Welcome to the channel. We're going to be live streaming Monday Night Raw tonight. We're going to be reacting live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be back on the channel streaming Monday Night Raw after this match. Favorite song? I have a few, man, but one of them is Eminem, Lose Yourself. That I'll mention that one just because it just popped in my head right now.
From our vantage point, it doesn't even look like a sweat has been broken. The lunatic French Dean Ambrose is so maniacal, he perfected several submission holds to cripple his adversaries. Ambrose is proficient in applying the crossface chicken wing, the bow and arrow.
I will watch AEW on a weekly basis when there's more story. Till then, I'm going to watch pay-per-views. I'm going to watch clips online. I'm going to follow them how I've been following them. I'm going to watch the shows on Dynamite when there's a big match. My fault for missing Will Ospreay and MJF. That's totally on me. I didn't get to watch it live. I should have streamed it. My reaction should have gone up on the channel. I totally dropped the ball on that. But there just wasn't a lot of awareness when it comes to me being aware of that storyline. I just thought it was going to be another random title match, not a, you know, extensive Iron Man worthy type match. Till I Collapse is amazing.
Did you see that move trending worldwide on social media?
Yeah, hashtag that move.
It's no surprise that someone the likes of Dean Ambrose
2K16 is way better than 24. I like the style a lot more. I agree. Do I listen to The Rock? Yeah, I listen to Rock. I listen to just about everything. I say just about everything because, you know, if I say I listen to everything, someone's going to be like, oh, do you listen to jazz music? I mean, yeah, I'll listen to jazz instrumentals sometimes. I like Lil Wayne. I like pop music. I like mainstream music.
Michael, you mentioned Dean Ambrose and his Dirty Deeds finisher. It looks like a descendant of the DDT. When Ambrose nails an opponent with that, you can hear everyone in the arena gasp at the same time.
All right, let's see what signature I got.
That move's annihilating.
Nicely timed shot by Dean Ambrose.
Carter Evans were classic. Yeah, they were. Oh, I haven't heard that song. I gotta hear it. Top 5 WWE games.
You can bet every superstar on the roster is crowded around the monitors in the back to see what.
Thank you, Liam.
Comes out victorious.
I'm gonna pick one from like just about every generation. So from the 2K20 to now, I'll go 2K24. I'll go from the 10s. I'm gonna go 2K14.
Create his offensive armor, if you will. The Dirty Deeds is a finisher that reflects Ambrose in-ring offensive philosophy.
From the 2000s, I'm gonna go with Just Bring It.
Why would you name something as vicious as a DDT a butterfly?
And then N64, I'll go No Mercy.
Oh, this is just awful.
Just like the stream. Let's go! I believe that the creative side of wrestling ruins it. I just like good, pure wrestling matches. Nothing wrong with that, Jesse. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But that's what going to a house show is, and that's what watching those smaller indie promotions is. For you to get me to watch weekly television, I've been watching wrestling for too long. You know, not that, oh, I've seen it all, I know it all. But, you know, because that goes without saying that's the case with stories as well. They've written characters similar. They've told the same story with different characters, and they flip and flop. But it's a TV show at the end of the day. I mean, to me it is. That's how I treat it. I can't watch it for the sake of just being pure wrestling because it's not a sport. Favorite Marvel character? Spider-Man and Wolverine. What up, Brick? Guys, keep in mind today, 8 p.m., Monday Night Raw. We're going to be live watching it. Make sure you turn on the notifications or you check back on YouTube when we're streaming it. Just reminding you guys.
He thinks he has it. And he kicks out.
And he lives to fight again.
No, it's not about being American television because now you're just dumbing it down, bro. There's people that like indie wrestling and like the purity of wrestling, and those are the people that watch it in America
I don't think so.
as well.
Looking for all the glory here.
Oh, look at that. He managed to get a shoulder up.
Well, like they say, Cole, timing is everything.
When you watch wrestling on television, bro, especially for 3 hours, you need to have stories. Peace out, John.
Oh, mama, good grief. How is he still conscious?
He may get the 3 count right there.
Gonna be,
And it's up. He got the shoulder up.
Seth Rollins displayed an unreal will to win here tonight. Oh, wow.
Now it's difficult to get up from a fall like that, let alone continue competing in a match.
You're right. This may be close to over.
Oh, look out. When Dean Ambrose picks up steam like this, he can just keep on coming. And he can attack from any point in an arena. That could mean you'll end up literally running into a brick wall. Get ready for chaos.
What up, leader?
The arm-trap cross-leg STF. That'll do it.
That's the longest name in the history. Arm trap, cross leg, STF.
All right, let's see if we get this dub.
Not this.
He's looking at it again. Perhaps Dean Ambrose has this match won now, people.
Here's the cover.
1, 2, 3. Oh. Banger, man. Banger. 2%. Well, put your phone to charge and come back at 8 p.m. when we're live. Do you listen to RB a little bit?
Spine first. Oh, man. How do you stand
Little
under an
bit.
attack like this? Uh-oh. Climbing the turnbuckle. Oh, my gosh.
That stop might have only lasted a second, but it's going to be felt tomorrow.
That may be felt for a lifetime.
Showing a great deal of faith and trust in that move.
I'm not sure I can watch this. Oh, his body has to be broken right now. Attacking from the top.
You know which group I saw live this year in concert that's old from like the 90s and like the early 2000s? They're called Fuel.
Wow.
I saw them live this year and I freaking loved the concert. It was so awesome, bro. Such a good concert.
I can't blame him. Keep it in the ring.
That wild strike found nothing but empty air that time.
Man, that's what you call swinging for the fences and missing.
Ambrose answers with a reversal.
Oh, you never know what Dean
Can't put it to
Ambrose is
charge.
thinking. That's what makes
Well,
him so
I'm sure you'll be able to put it soon. Damn, Dean Ambrose jeans look a little dirty, man. Look like he got a dookie stain in the back.
Goad his opponent into making a mistake here. His strikes have a little extra on them tonight.
When he gets going like this, there are a few better.
Look, Dean Ambrose. He looks like he's got this.
TNA is your favorite? TNA is awesome. But see, TNA has a lot of story.
And he lets him out. Well, he might have been losing some of his grip there anyway. He probably figured it would be better to release the hold now before his opponent could counter it. This might not end well.
Here we go. Here we go. Banger.
Dean Ambrose.
Banger.
He could pin his opponent right here. I think this is it.
Yes, sir. Finally get a win. Struggled all stream to get a win. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Incredible high-impact sports entertainment. You know what I want. You know what I want this match for years.
1%. Well, no worries, man. It's about that time. We're going to have some dinner, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Again, we will be live streaming
We may be looking
tonight
at the
while
match of the
watching
year.
Monday Night Raw. I'm going to have the vertical stream and the horizontal stream. Either or, you guys can choose how you want to watch it. The good news is that we're going to be streaming those formats live on this channel. I'm no longer going to be using LexxExpress Plus for wrestling extra bonus content. We're going to be streaming both formats live here on LexxExpress when it comes to my wrestling content. For all my other gaming and all my other movie stuff and all that, that's still going to be on LexxExpress Plus and my Twitch and all that. WWE has been absolutely cooking, invested in every storyline right now. Hell yeah, Ghostface. For sure. Tonight we got CM Punk coming back. I'm looking forward to that. You found the charger? It doesn't fit. Oh. Am I going to stream MLW tomorrow? Oh my God, I'm done with this guy. Either way, man, great conversation, Ace. Great conversation, everyone. I hope you guys get some food, get some snacks, because Monday Night Raw is about to come on right now. I got to get ready. Hologram is going to make his debut. I saw Hologram's... I saw some clips from his Collision match. Doing a lot of Ricochet stuff. Everybody comparing him to Ricochet. You just came back? Well, I gotta eat. I gotta fuel up, man. My tummy hungry. My tummy hurts. I'm a little hungry. I'm a little sleepy foo-foo. We'll be back at 8. Let's go. Did he impress me? He's good. He was good. He was good. Yeah, he looks like an Axiom. That's what I felt. That's exactly how I felt. All right, let's ride into the sunset. 8 p.m. We're back. Monday Night Raw. Let's do it. And if I got one question though. I got one question. Not just how's it supposed to feel, but do you believe in Joe Hendry?
How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said.